Hello, everybody. Hello. Hopefully, you're having a good day. Still morning for me, but it won't be in about 15 minutes when it becomes noon. Noon o'clock over here in Utah, 2 o'clock Eastern. And that is when Kuso6rande starts today. That's right, Kuso6rande, the bad video game tournament, where we get to watch people play matches against each other and try to make more progress than any of the other players. It's sort of like running a race. Technically, you know, they're not really interacting with each other. You're not kicking people in the shins. You know, it's against the rule. You can't kick people in this anywhere. You can't kick them anywhere. But they run. They still run. They run hither and thither, wherever they go. And, you know, somebody wins. Whoever does the best running without kicking shins is the victor. Kuso6rande is basically the same. Oh, for some reason, speaking is hard today. Like, I feel like my tongue doubled in size. Well, hi everybody, Kuso6rande here. Got a giant tongue right now. Sorry, everybody. It's just life. It's just life. I don't know. Like, do you ever have those days where your tongue is just huge for some reason? You don't know why? You're like, huh, that's very strange. Not what I was going for by opening my mouth today. Okay, Cryon, you're saying today, or Chiron, sorry. You're saying, oh, yeah, your tongue is big today. It's like, okay, it's worse than usual. I know, that sounds a little bit difficult to do when it comes to me. I think maybe it's because I talked a lot more yesterday than I have in a good month or two. And so my tongue's like, blah, 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 I hate you. Blah, blah, blah. That's a really gross sound. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry for being gross on my stream. Actually, I feel like I probably should apologize for that. My tongue. Oh, try starting with a tongue twister. Nah, okay, I've got something. You want to talk about weird stuff that might possibly gross you out? Because I can do that. I don't think it should gross people out, but it probably would. Okay, whatever. I mentioned it. I'm going to talk about it because guess what? This is probably going to be cut out of the VOD when I finally make it. Just my tongue has what's called geographia. Is that it? Geographic tongue. Yeah. Which basically means that it's got some weird, harmless. I don't know, it's like lines and stuff around, and they call it that because it kind of looks like a map, I guess. People back naming things were dumb. I don't know. It's generally not something that's going to be bad. There's no solution to fixing it, but occasionally my tongue is a little bit sore. And so, yeah. Mine is a little bit sore. Apparently that can appear in someone's lifetime. Apparently it can go away randomly for no good reason. It's just science doesn't understand why tongues become maps. I can't really blame science for that, you know? YouTube. You gonna play new music, YouTube? Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, weird body stuff. Look, okay, I have a saying, bodies are weird. Bodies do weird things. Sometimes they just do weird things for no good reason. Then Justin's like, you need to see a doctor. I'm like, no, just ignore that. Just ignore the weird thing that you're seeing. Speaking of weird things, we've got a Kuso6rande match coming up, and the games are not necessarily good that we have here. 4 players are going to be trying to make as much progress as they can through this hour match. So let's go ahead and welcome in a new GM for today. Yes, we have the hippo himself, Zavane Close, coming in. Zavane, I want to talk to you. Yeah, maybe. Hello there, Zavane. Hello. Oh, I hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you.
It's so good to be here. I'm really excited. Really excited to be here.
Do you have a weird tongue?
A weird tongue, I would say yes, and it will become apparent during this hour and any other match that I commentate.
Yay,
sure.
Weird tongue, friends. Everybody celebrate.
Very good.
Yeah,
My first tongue friend.
That part's going to be in the stream. In the VOD. Okay, whatever. Zavane, I'm so glad that you're here. Honestly, we loved your audition to be a GM, and frankly, I'm kind of excited about the game that you have coming up. So let's talk about it. What game do you have?
The game for tonight, I was going... I'll just say I was going back and forth with which game to start, trying to decide whether I wanted to be, or rather how mean I wanted to be. But I decided to play a little bit nice, I think. The game is TaleSpin for the Genesis.
TaleSpin for Genesis. Now, the thing is, around these parts, we're very familiar with... which version is it? The TurboGrafx version. Mm-hmm, but I personally don't really know anything about the Genesis version.
Yeah, it's at first I thought it was the same as the TurboGrafx version because they sort of look similar, but they are in fact very different games.
Okay.
And this is much more. It's actually, I think the Game Gear version was on Kuso3, and this is it's the same game but different visually, and of course the sound is. I wouldn't say better, but we'll see. We'll get into the game soon enough.
You wouldn't say better. I love it. Yeah, I can believe it. Honestly, Genesis is fairly. How do I describe it? I haven't really played very many Genesis games, especially as a kid. Like, there are a handful I played. So I feel like when I've chosen games, Genesis has been left out quite a bit when there could be some potential gold there. So it's always good to have somebody else bringing the Genesis excitement. I mean, Liz Starr did quite a bit of that as well.
Yeah.
And Mike Uyama, and now you're here spreading the love as well. It just makes me happy. Yeah.
Well, I would also say don't expect too much Genesis from me. I actually found this just trying to find games to play with a friend, like co-op games.
Oh, okay. You're not going to be the Genesis person.
No, not very much. No, I'm much more. I grew up a lot with the PlayStation and PlayStation games, so we'll be seeing a lot more of those. But I feel like they are instantly more mean. I don't know. There of course there's good PlayStation games, but there are fair few really bad games. So we're looking forward to those as well.
Yeah, like, I know that one good PlayStation game is Final Fantasy IX, and that's about it.
Well, then...
Oh, the hot takes here. Yeah.
Hot takes, yeah.
So, Zavane, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit to people here. What do you do? What games do you play? What do we need to know about you?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. What do you need to know about me?
Yeah.
I'm fairly I don't have an online presence. I don't really stream or anything like that. But I've always had an interest for games, good and bad, like most people. Rather good, but I started watching Kuso6rande. I think it was the third or fourth. I'm not entirely sure at this point. Time has gone flying past.
I'm so glad we didn't name the third one TaleSpin because that name is like the grossest name ever. I was like, you know, I need people to feel like the name is like terrible, but not that bad.
Not that bad, yeah. I feel you. But I watched Kuso for like two years and decided last year that I'd wanna like join in, try it actually instead of just watching. And I feel like I did fairly well. I got to the brackets, like to my huge surprise. I did not at all expect it to do as well as I did. But I'm gonna be real with you. Competing, I got so nervous all the time. Like before the games, I was just like sitting there taking deep breaths.
Oh yeah, so, like trying to meditate a little bit. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm happy to now try and just relax a little bit. Still take deep breaths. Don't get me wrong, but
Phantasmas, mamas, you're not supposed to be listening. I can hear us over there. Shoot us.
Good thing. I'll mention it as well in this chat just to make sure.
I swear this song is on Green Dog.
It does sound very similar, doesn't it?
It doesn't just sound similar, it sounds identical. Well, everybody, I'm going to be starting a prediction between people on the left side and people on the right side. We have Mazer and Troll Aesthetic on the left, Un Phantasmamas and Neptune Daydream on the right side. Those are your two options. Will somebody on the left or somebody on the right win this match? Starting the prediction right now, so feel free to vote. It will close in about 5-ish minutes.
Oh, listen to this music. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh my gosh, this is good music. Oh, apparently it's the same composers, Green Dog.
Oh.
I feel like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to look it up because or if somebody in chat can go look it up and see, oh shoot, it does say it's Ghostbusters. Whatever, I'll fix it. Games are hard, okay? And because I added that to the layout this year, I always forget about it. Don't worry, after about 5 months, I'll start getting it right.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay, let me see if the players are all ready. 3 of them has said so. We're just waiting for... Who is it? Our Phantasmas.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Our ghost. A ghosty person. We need you. Ghosty. Ghosty. Un Phantasmamas. Phantasmal is basically phantom. Ghost.
Here we are.
Sweet.
Got to ready.
Okay, here we go. I'm doing the countdown right now, everybody. Best of luck. As soon as I see movement in the game, I will start our timer.
Let's see.
There we go. Un Phantasmamas is in there with the bear. Well, I guess they're both bears.
They are, in fact, both bears.
Can you remind me of their names? I didn't really watch TaleSpin when I was young.
Yeah, that's fair. The big one is Baloo, the same from... I'm actually... Well, we'll talk about that later. Baloo is the big one, and we've got Kit, the smaller one.
Okay, so I forgot to start the timer.
well, you
Look,
know.
okay, I had to get the bot going. This is what happens, everybody, okay?
Yeah. Newfangled technology.
You give me one new thing and I mess up 5. For about 5 months, and then we get it working. We're good now. Corndan, no, you gave me a new job, Corndan. You gave me a new job, and the new job was to actually type in Discord while getting everybody ready. And I got the timer going in Discord, just not on the stream. Well, I had to type one thing and push a button. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. So, Zavane, let's talk about this game and what we see happening on the screen.
Let's. In fact, speaking of the two bears, we can already see that they've gone some different directions here. You can choose to play either as Baloo or as Kit. While you've got like the same basic gameplay, there are some key differences between choosing them, and I allow them to choose because in the end I think it balances out the slight differences.
Okay.
So of course we've got Kit, obvious pros, he's a little bit smaller.
True.
And can also jump a little bit farther, which will become very important later on. And he's got his slingshot.
Okay.
As you might be able to tell, it just travels in a straight line all the way through the screen. And then we've got...
oh my gosh, sorry, I saw Un Fantasmas. At the top right, just falling into the water and swimming back. Like, yeah, there's some elements from this that are very similar to the TurboGrafx version, but it's different enough that, yeah, this is definitely a different game.
It's the graphics are very similar, I feel like, and I don't remember, help me out here. Did Baloo have a weapon in that game? Could he like...
I feel like Baloo was useless in that game.
Yeah,
and
that's probably right.
You only had 1 or 2 levels where you played as Kit, and that was fun. Those were a bit of a pain. Oh, good snake jump. Mike Uyama, I need to ask you, can you go find out if this song is also on Green Dog? The Genesis version, because I'm 90% sure this song is Green Dog.
That would be interesting.
Like my confidence level is just rising.
Maestri is already on the first boss. Very quick progress, I'd say.
It's Magnet Man.
Yeah, Magnet Man. I have no idea what his deal is. Other than he's sent here by Shere Khan trying to sabotage things for our heroes. But the gist of it is that he shoots his little thing out, trying to push you down into that crevice that's in the airport for whatever reason. But you basically just have to jump over him as he shoots that thing away. Or just dodge it. The thing he's shooting doesn't actually hurt you, it just pushes you around.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this game and play this other song, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not the one I was thinking of. Okay. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Is it here? Okay, yeah, it's not the same as Green Dog, but it's definitely by the same person. Whatever.
Yeah, and I've also heard that it's in like a bootleg of Mario World, I think, for the Genesis. So, I don't know. Could be that as well.
I mean, yeah, it could be.
It could be, I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah. I just had to do that for everybody. So it looks like Mazer and Troll Aesthetic on the left side of the screen. Both of them are fighting Magnet Man here. I believe Phantasmamus and Neptune Daydream are both working to get there as well.
Interesting to note that the 2 players who chose Kit has reached the boss first.
Uh-huh.
But as they will soon figure out with all the bosses, you can't really spam your way through them. They only have like certain moments of vulnerability, like a second or 2 after they do their attack. It's the only like opening for you to attack. Oh, there we go. Troll Ascetic finishes first stage.
Very nice. On to stage 2. Now, one thing that I just didn't understand about TaleSpin was that they just took all of these characters from, like, a different cartoon and put them into a modern day world. Like, okay, so Baloo, Shere Khan, they're supposed to be, like, over in jungles in some non-North American country, pretty sure Africa. That's not a country, it's a continent, FYI, everybody.
Call yourself.
But here, TaleSpin, it's like, hey, guess what? You're all over here now, in modern day. Oh, it's in India? I'm sorry. Look, I don't know where tigers are. I thought, where are tigers?
Good thing we've got chat to help us out here.
The tigers are in India. Well, tigers have to be in more than just India. Texas? Oh, no, they're in Florida. Tiger King, blah, blah, blah.
It's a fair point, though, something I did consider myself. And my headcanon is just that when Mowgli left for the human village, Baloo got inspired. He was like, I don't want to live in the jungle. I'm out. Got himself a plane. Started flying. Why not?
I sounded so insensitive, everybody. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't remember anything about Jungle Book. Well, actually, the fact that it's in India makes the whole scene where the monkey's singing about being like people, that makes a whole lot more sense.
I have not watched The Jungle Book in surely 10 years. It's been a very long time.
It's been a long time for me too, yeah. I love chat's discussion about everything here. It looks like Neptune Daydream is a little bit behind, which isn't a huge deal, we're still really early on in the match. Phantasmus at the top right managed to pass the first stage, moving on to the second. Mazer at the top left is fighting the second boss, it looks like, which
the second boss, yeah.
Why is it in the same place?
Yeah, well, the manual helps us out there. Apparently, when they've gathered all the cargo, to be clear, you have to collect 10 pieces of cargo to progress to the next level. When you've collected all of it, you go to the customs office.
I feel like Homeland Security would have a few issues here.
Well, I agree with you, but somehow they made it in with weapons, shotguns, and whatnot. The second boss is definitely harder than the first. Like these pellets that's bouncing around, very hard to deal with.
Okay, I fixed the issue with the music note being on 2 different players, and again, that's because of some weird changes I had to make specifically for this match. I don't want to get into it, but whenever I have to do something weird, I break everything else. FYI.
The house of cards.
Oh, yeah. So, I feel like slingshots should not be allowed in airports. Maybe it's for the best that they've become a little bit stricter.
Oh, there's a death for Troll Ascetic. you actually do take a lot more damage by touching the boss rather than the bullets he's shooting at you. Fun fact. Which I'm sure they'll realize soon enough.
Everybody, if for some reason people take more damage touching you than from a gun, you should probably take a shower, okay? This smelly coyote or whatever it is running around needs a bath so bad.
Fair point.
Yeah, also, you shouldn't be allowed to fly if you're that smelly. Like, they should call the cops and be like, yeah, take him off the plane. Too smelly.
Unfortunately, I'm getting, let's see, I'm getting a lot of issues with let's see, just make sure I'm talking about, with the Phantasma's stream. I'm getting the Twitch purple screen of death.
No, not purple. I hate the purple. It's working okay for me right now.
Yeah, I tried to reset my browser. We'll see if it's
reset the browser. Well, everybody, we're 11 minutes into this 1 hour match. At this point, Mazer is definitely taking a pretty strong lead,
yeah.
Though it's hard to say how long we're going to have that lead. This bonus stage looks beautiful.
I am actually super impressed. I missed him beating the boss there, but the second boss is quite hard. To beat it in like your first attempt, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that's really good.
And as you can tell, this next level, the plane level, is quite something. And a key difference as well, depending which character you play. If you play Kit, you're back there on the hoverboard. If you play Baloo, you're in the plane. So playing as Kit, I would say, in this particular stage is a fair bit harder, as both you and the plane can take damage.
Yeah, not only that, but it looks like Baloo doesn't always help you go get power-ups.
Nah, he's doing whatever he feels like. He's having a good old time.
Stupid Baloo, come on, there might be extra lives in there.
Yeah, he just does not cooperate at all.
Baloo, come on, Baloo. Yeah, that's actually kind of fascinating. That it looks like the players with Kit early on had an advantage in the platforming section, but this part definitely seems extremely rude if you're not Baloo. Oh no, Kit falls. That's game over.
Neptune made it to the boss.
Very nice.
So good to see some progress there.
Well,
and probably fell into the crevice, but
why is there a crevice in the airport?
That's a good question. Don't really take care of it too well, I guess. But as you can see, they've got some credits before they had to restart the whole thing again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is an unsafe workplace for the people behind the desks there. And they should probably be complaining. Like, okay, like we're not gonna work until you fix this.
That's fair.
A bear literally jumped into this room and fell in there and died. Please think of us, the employees here. So I've actually got some of the story here that I could read if you would like.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
Grab that cargo, nab that contract. Zoom! There go Kit and Baloo. They're racing to win a contest that involves picking up cargo in 9 exotic locations all over the world. The prize, a lucrative contract that'll keep hire for hire in good financial straits for a long time. But to beat competitor Shere Khan, They must finish the run in only 7 days. And hey, the goods aren't exactly waiting on the doorstep. You'll hunt through dark alleys, scary caves, and explore lots of secret passageways. Each new place teems with surprises, like hissing gargoyles and tigers in trench coats. Once you're airborne, watch out! It's the air pirates sent by Don Carnegie. They hide in the clouds
Carnage.
and... Carnage?
Yes, Don Carnage.
Don Carnage! They hide in the clouds and shower the Sea Duck with bombs, grease them up in a counterattack, then face Don Carnage's monstrous ship, the Iron Claw, and prove that your heroes are the greatest flyers in the world. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the story. Riveting.
Pretty good. Yeah, you're just trying to win a contract. That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty standard as games go.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it looks like Troll Aesthetic just got a game over, got a restart. Tries outplaying as Baloo this time.
Early on, like, honestly, that's not too bad. I'd say you want to get your less successful attempts done within the first half hour and then have a solid playthrough to make as much progress as possible. For a game like this, since you have a few continues, running out at the beginning is not a big deal.
Yeah, very fair. Very fair.
Okay, let's see. Are there extra continues in the game?
There are. You can pick up stars to get more continues, or rather, I think they count as lives. But there are credits. Yes. When the game over, they have 3 credits.
Yes.
So you've got quite some continues to work with, and if you can hold on to them, that's a key to get far in this, I think. To be able to save your lives for harder stages down the line.
Gotcha.
That's game over for Masery right there.
Ooh, yeah, that is being rough. I wonder, is Masery gonna... try and out Baloo, not a bad idea.
Yeah. Why not try? Why not try?
By the way, I'm taking a look at the different levels that we have, okay? Level 1, the jungle. Level 2, the Lost City. Level 3, Italy. Level 4, Greece. Okay, level 5, Egypt. Level 6, India. Level 7, New York. Level 8, San Francisco. Level 9, Pirates Cave. I feel like, we're getting a weird mix of overly specific and then underly specific, Level 10, Encounter with the Iron Claw. That's cool as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of areas here. I personally feel like the Lost City is a bit difficult. Considering that Neptune Daydream is having quite a few depths in the Lost City, Phantasmas as well. But
yeah, it's a tough level. Certainly tougher than the first one, I'd say.
So what do you think is the most difficult part of learning how to play this game?
Honestly, I think just knowing when to take a fight and not, trying to conserve your health, is a big part of it. Especially on that second stage, there's all these seagulls flying around, just takes health of you all the time.
Okay.
So in a lot of times, I think it's just better to beeline it, take a hit, and then just go past. Helps out a fair bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, if you can reliably kill things safely, it's probably better to take a little bit extra time. Honestly, the timer seems relatively generous from what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, we're not going. I have never experienced a timer game over. It's I don't think that'll happen at all. So either take it like very carefully, clear the way, or just rush it, you know.
Yeah, I would
Different
definitely.
threats.
Yeah, either way could be helpful. Honestly, if you're just going to take damage, even if you try to kill the enemies, take damage and run through them. Like, it doesn't look like you get anything beneficial from killing the enemies, so they're just in the way.
Yeah. They are, in fact, just in the way, for sure.
Remember, when you're playing games, life is a resource, and the only condition is don't run out of that resource, you know? Otherwise, you can get hurt as much as you want, and it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Very
Not
true.
in real life, though. Okay, if in real life, like in a video game, if somebody chops off your arm, guess what? You're probably still going to be able to attack. In real life, you don't have an arm anymore. That's bad. You don't want to do that, okay? I'm just saying. It hurts. Hurts to lose
Just
an
saying.
arm. Yeah.
Just saying. Do you have experience, or?
No, I've got both of my arms.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Have I ever had a dream where I lost my arm? No. I did have a dream of... Oh my gosh, that was a really scary dream. Of... Like... I don't know, should I really gross everybody out right now? Because...
It's your show.
It's my show, okay. No, like, it was like pimples, but then they would move underneath the skin, and I was able to, like, squeeze and pull out tumors. Yeah, it was really gross, okay? That hurt. That hurt a lot in my dream, and was really gross.
Dream meant?
What?
What do you think the dream meant?
Man, I need to wake up, like, ASAP, because, holy crap, I do not want that dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a pretty good interpretation, I'd say.
So yeah, I'm sorry, everybody, that I'm telling you my gross dreams, okay? There was also the dream where I'm pretty sure it was because of a game that we had on Big Bad Game-a-thon, because I think I was in an airplane and there were a whole bunch of organs that fell from the top. That was when I talked to my therapist, and she said, yeah, we're gonna get you some different pills.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. So I'm taking a look at the people who made this. One of the people who worked on this also worked on the Home Alone game. Again, lots of people worked on Green Dog. I think it's the Genesis Home Alone. Yeah, Game Gear and Genesis.
You know, this sort of being related to Green Dog makes a ton of sense to me. Like, just, I don't want to be rude, but quality-wise, that tracks to me.
Also, associate producer of Tongue of the Fat Man, which, if I'm... Yeah, thank you, Activision, for making a game that I'm not sure I ever want to play. Tongue of the Fat Man. But also worked on Virtua Fighter, Garfield Caught in the Act, which we've seen around. Yeah, it's like it seems like they had some really good projects and some projects that didn't quite work out. But again, a person who worked on some of the production and design for this game actually did audio for Mech Warrior, the original Mech Warrior.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I haven't actually played the original, but it's a good series.
Have you played any?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, I did try to play the most recent Mech Warrior, and then I forgot that I had it. I should probably go back to that someday, you know? Troll Aesthetic, by the way, is playing the airplane stage and is definitely doing better than...
Yeah, look at that. So much more movement, and there are like fairly easy ways to cheese this level when you actually control the plane as well. So this will certainly Oh, we've got both of them. Mazer is there as well. They're kind of neck and neck right now.
Aha!
Very interesting.
Phantasmus on to boss number 1. Again, because this game has limited continues, you'll probably see people going back and forth quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so...
Hey, look at that! We certainly have a new leader right now, TaleSpin, to the 3rd stage.
Always nice to see a lead change here. The seagulls dying... You know, Italy and the seagull problem, let me tell you. Or is this Greece?
Yeah, it's a rough time.
Or is this Egypt?
I don't... This is supposed to be Italy?
Okay.
I think, as I recall anyway.
Yes, the Venetian barrels.
Venetian crabs.
Venice has changed quite a bit. Fewer people, more barrels. Oh my gosh.
It will be very interesting, I think. We're closing in on the half hour soon here. I don't think these two will have any issue with clearing the level. Shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Okay.
But the boss that comes up from this level is rude. Is my only take. Very rude.
Yeah.
And especially if you're playing as Baloo. It'll become apparent why, but it'll be interesting to see how they deal with it and if they continue playing as Baloo or if they want to like head back to Kit.
Well, it's just the plane level with Kit is so hard. Like,
it's
would
so
it
hard.
be worth doing the plane level with Kit for this boss?
That is a good question, and I don't want to say too much, so we'll just wait and see when the boss arrives, and you'll get a better grip for what they'll be facing.
Okay. No spoilers, I suppose.
No spoilers.
Well, we are about half an hour into this match. It's pretty clear that both TaleSpin and Mazer are doing really well. TaleSpin is currently in the lead, but only by a little bit, because it looks like Mazer has made it into Italy as well.
I would even say that maybe Mazer is in the lead since he has more cargo on this level.
Oh, actually, yeah, if it's based off of the amount of cargo that you've collected, for sure, Mazer has more.
It's a very clear way to see how close you're actually to finish the level.
So there we go. Yeah, it appears that there are quite a few lead changes going on between Mazer and TaleSpin.
It's very close.
Oh, they're tied. Oh, almost got the cargo there. So close.
Those streams, though, gotta be careful. And back to the start.
You know, Bear's greatest weakness, a little puddle of water. Water fountains. I don't know. I think it would take a lot of water fountains to actually like make you die and flail and stuff. Especially if there are burgers floating around. Like, I'd just eat a burger and be like, yeah, no water's gonna kill me. Then again,
yeah, that's interesting logic, sure.
This looks very abandoned for Italy, so maybe the water's, I don't know, maybe that's how they all died. Deadly water.
Yeah, it might be poison, who knows? Poison
water, everybody. This is like Final Fantasy VI, except instead of the whole castle dying, it was all of Italy. The entire country of Italy, death by poison water.
Death by poison water.
Yeah.
Well, there goes Mazer back to the start, but he did a very good, or rather, I'd say a good strategy there. There's like a coin as you take the trampoline up, and it gives you invulnerability for a while. And when he took it, he just started dashing. That's the correct strategy, I think, to because Baloo is so big, it's very hard for him to avoid the water, the dangerous poison water.
Yeah.
Master Spectre again, doing the same thing. Just running through.
The platforming doesn't look like it's precise, but it's being a huge pain for both Mazer and Trollicetic,
Yeah.
especially trying to get that piece of cargo that Mazer missed, unfortunately. Looks like Troll
can get down there, but he doesn't try. It's jumping while holding down to drop down a ledge. But,
the classic.
The classic indeed. That's a game over. How many continues though? I'm curious to see. 3. He's still got a fair amount of life left.
Oh yeah, I'm not too worried about how Mazer's doing. Like honestly, if you can get caught back up to the level that you made it to relatively quickly without too many deaths, then you've got a good chance for another push.
Absolutely.
Whee!
Absolutely.
So, do you have to collect all of the cargo?
You do, yes. If you don't, or not all of it, to be fair, you have to collect 10 pieces of cargo.
Aha!
If you don't, the goal is just closed. You can't enter. So,
gotcha.
Enough.
Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Like, sometimes I have a hard time seeing what hurts and what doesn't. Like,
oh yeah.
seagulls definitely pain.
And why knee-deep water, why that's super hurtful to Baloo, I don't really know, but
I also see that it says day 7 on many of the screens. Troll, it says day 6.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's an extension of the timer, really. They have, as far as I recall, I might be wrong here, but they have 7 days to make the trip, the whole game.
Okay.
So it's a long timer that continues on through the whole game. But as I said, it very likely will not be an issue here, since we're not even gonna come close to a finish. So basically pointless for us those days. Oh, I just missed how many continues Trollicetic had. Maybe someone in chat caught it.
I don't know. Apparently 2. Yeah, that's not too bad. Luckily the first levels go fast enough that even if somebody runs out of continues again past the half-hour mark, I think they'll be able to catch back up to where they are.
Absolutely. They've still got plenty of time. Good to see Neptune back on the second level as well. I do not think Unphantasmus has made it past the second level yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
You're right. By the way, my timer is probably about half a minute off, so we're actually...
Oh, very true.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll stop it when it's time, probably. It's gonna be 59 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll just time it with Discord. I'll be watching Discord. So, by the way, I'm looking at some of the information on this game, and I did find a review of the game, Disney's TaleSpin, and the person is saying there are a total of 3 TaleSpin games, and the only one that's any good, in my opinion, is the TurboGrafx version. Now, I'm personally a little offended because the TurboGrafx version has issues.
And do they only count Sega games then? Because there is one for the NES, and that's a good game, right?
There is?
Yeah, it's what's it called? A shooter of sorts, you fly a plane, you fly the famous plane, and you shoot the things that go against you. I don't know what it's called.
Maybe they don't know about the Game Gear version. Oh. Either they don't know about Game Gear or they don't know about NES. But yeah, there are definitely
yeah,
more
it's made
than
by Capcom.
3.
It's a Capcom shmup. Yeah, it's a shmup.
Well, yeah, if it's Capcom, how can it go wrong, you know?
Yeah, basically, that's basically true for at least the NES and that time period.
Oh, they actually
SNES,
say the
well.
NES one was just okay.
Just okay.
Just okay. This one, I think the reason
Really?
why this one slipped under the radar is because it came so late on the Genesis life cycle. Okay. The story for the game is pretty boring. Yeah, I agree.
I want to give you. Have you noticed the boss right now that's going on TaleSpin's side? Certainly a lead shift again.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Look at this guy. Look at this
the
guy.
spread shot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many hits does he take to die?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you the exact number of hits, but
it also
this
looks like he
one
only takes damage occasionally, like...
Exactly. When he shoots, you can damage him once, and only once. So this level as Baloo is rough. Really rough.
Yeah, I don't see how you can get away without taking damage there.
Yeah, it's you can if you're incredibly skilled. But
yeah.
The only actual way I have personally managed to kill this boss as Baloo is by jumping through the spread shot and take the hit. Because you take so much less damage from the spread shot than bumping into the boss.
Yeah, honestly, like, spread shot would probably help in some cases in order to damage boost through the boss. I would agree there, yes.
That's the only way I've been able to beat this boss as Baloo. It's hard as Kit, but it's very, very hard as Baloo.
By the way, Un Fantasmamus is currently on the plane section and is dead. Not a surprise. Simple. Yeah, this stage seems so incredibly difficult when you're playing as Kit.
It is extremely difficult, and he still has 2 continues.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
Make sure you continue.
Are you gonna continue or go back to the beginning of the game?
Yeah,
yes,
I guess that's a fair choice at this point. Like, you might want to switch. I don't know.
Honestly, I think that it's a fine idea to chill and, take a small breather. That doesn't hurt, you know. Usually doesn't hurt, you know. We've seen a few cases where it came down to somebody paused for 10 seconds to type in Discord and lost the match because of that, but most of the time that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, look at this though. TaleSpin has done some damage and only taken a hit of damage there himself.
Oh, you can see the boss's life at the top right. That helps.
Yeah, you can. You can, in fact. I think... Oh,
watch out. He's trying to suplex you, troll.
This is a good attempt.
Oh, yeah, Radamaford lost a match because he waited and saw Peter Pan get pushed off a boat. That's right. That was a good way to lose as well. Honestly, Peter Pan deserved it.
Oh, no. Such a good attempt. That's definitely the farthest he's made it, though, for sure.
Now, Mazer is on to the boss as well.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's time to see this miserable boss.
We got a question here. So would you say it's better to play as Kit to have an easier time on both stages or play as Baloo and have an easier time on the plane stages? I think it's better to play Kit. If I were to if I had to choose, I would say Kit. Because there are some strategies that I've had decent success with as Kit on the plane levels. And this boss right here is just so rude if you're Baloo. It's incredibly hard.
I swear the bullet just went through Mazer. Oh yeah, contact damage absolutely destroys you. Yeah, you cannot touch the boss. Many
times the damage than taking the stray bullet from the spread.
Just get hit by the stupid bullet, okay?
And then, as you do, try to jump over. But I totally understand. He wants to experiment, see if he can actually damage him. Like, look at this. Why is he not taking damage? This is certainly a game.
Oh my gosh, Troll! Troll, what are you doing? Well, Troll, you're in a little bit of trouble here. There you go.
Yeah, looks like Maze Ray is having as much trouble dealing with the boss right now.
Hey, Phantasmamus is on to Italy with Kit. That might actually open up the possibility of us seeing someone from third go into first. Neptune Daydream is still not out of this as well. You know, he's currently behind fairly significantly, but it's not impossible to catch up.
I'll be completely honest. I'm not sure who's in the lead right now, because Maze Ray just had an amazing attempt as well, leaving the boss with just about as much health as I think TaleSpin made.
Yeah, like, we can measure by pixel if it comes down to that, but we probably don't need to right now.
Yeah, probably not right now, but it is interesting.
I'm so angry. Why does water kill? Okay, like, it's just like with drips on video games, when drips kill different characters. Hey, Neptune Daydream is on to the boss of stage 2. Very nice.
Very nice, very nice. Good to see some progress. And that's game over again for Maze Ray right there, but still 2 continues. Very nice. And that's a real game over for TaleSpin though, in fact.
Well, that was a pretty good suplex by the boss.
It was.
You know, I'm actually surprised how good this boss's gun is. I wouldn't normally say a gun that shoots up exclusively is a good idea, but then the bullets explode down. Like, yeah, it's practical, okay?
Yeah, especially if you don't have to worry about getting hit yourself.
Can you imagine using this gun to hunt ducks? You know, the bullets just fly above the ducks, and then boom! Ducks explode. They're all dead.
I feel like accuracy has something to do with it, but that might, I don't know, might be an issue with a weapon like that.
You shotgun. You use a shotgun when you're hunting any fowl, any birds.
Well, yeah, that is true.
So yeah, this is like super shotgun.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, I definitely don't shoot guns anymore these days. But if I did, I would probably end up hurting myself with this gun. I mean, look, the bullet keeps hitting this wolf who's apparently immune to bullets.
Now let's see.
Oh, this music is a jam of sorts. Oh, Phantasmus is going to... Oh, here's the deal, okay? I keep getting confused by the health bar, because look at Kit's health bar. It's on the right side of the screen instead of the left. Yeah, none of the players have figured out how to jump down through the floor, by the way.
Yeah, no one's even tried, I don't think, actually, yet, so...
I sort of understand the visual story of this level makes it look like, you know, once you're up here for good, because the camera moves up and stays in place with you.
That is very true. And here's on Phantasma at the end without enough cargo. Needs one more.
One more.
There's one to the left here, actually. Oh! Can he get it?
Oh, yeah, I'm freaking out too.
No!
Well,
that's so close. It's gotta be frustrating, but good push nonetheless.
Well, yeah, I'm getting information that maybe it's not a wolf that's killing. Let me find out what actually, like, what this boss is.
Oh.
I hate him.
He's rude. And he shows up twice. He's the second boss and the third boss, right? I think they're the same.
Oh, he might be a weasel. Oh, yeah. They had weasels. I forgot about those.
I'm so curious. Very curious to see if anyone manages to beat this boss.
Oh my gosh. Okay, the end of this review that I was taking a look at is pretty good. TaleSpin is a rushed product that sneaks its way out of ridicule. It's like having 3 kids, but only 2 get yelled at, and getting a bad reputation while the other one just hides its badness. The game is a boring waste of time with its plot, level design, and awful sound and music. What? Oh, I am so offended. This music is a jam, okay? Maybe the NES and Turbo versions deserve the ridicule, while this one deserves to be forgotten.
You know, we might have to end up agreeing to disagree here. I do like the music, but there's a lot going on there.
I actually really like this song because it's in 7/4. That's not really a rhythm you hear very often in video games.
Yep.
It's in 7/4, but it still feels like it doesn't feel unnatural, which is very rare when it comes to this time signature.
It's music. That's certain.
Yeah, I have to give kudos to the person who did the music for this game. Did the music for Green Dog as well. What else? What else did they do over here?
It fits the game very well. I'll say that much for sure.
All Gad Boys. I'm sorry, that's a great... Maybe it's Gadbois. Gadbois. I don't know. Yeah, he did the music for this. For Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Batman Returns, Dinosaurs for Hire. I feel like this might have possibly been the best of his work. David Delia also worked on the audio here, did sound effects for Garfield Caught in the Act. Huh. Sonic Spinball. The person who did the music for that worked on the music here.
Oh.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Chad is mentioning, there's at least one person in chat who mentioned, you know, I didn't even notice the weird time signature until it was noted, or until somebody noted it, and I sort of, like, I think that is a sign that they did it right and made it feel like a natural song while using something very unnatural. Okay, that's my praise. This song is great. There we go.
I think that's very fair.
I'm done. I think that's about most of the praise that I can give this game. Like, the graphics are fine. They're cute. You know, the artists who worked on this should be proud of what they did. They made each level look different. They made an airport. You know, they made a stupid, ugly butt weasel. Ugly butt. Okay, ugly butt. The hyphen is between those, not between butt weasel.
Yeah, it's certainly not an awful game, I would not say. But I'll agree with the reviewer that it was probably rushed. It feels rushed, especially with like the boss stage being the same all the time and
oh no!
and reusing bosses.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna get a full game over on Mazer's screen, and it's gonna be hard to catch all the way back up.
We are very close to a full game over here, so he's on his very last legs here. And trying to play patiently, it seems. Oh, but there we go. It's a really tough boss for Baloo to finish. But we might actually get to see...
Oh no! Too bad, Shere Khan wins the contract. I love that that's the ending. Too bad.
Too bad.
Oh my gosh, what's that game that we had where the cat appeared on the screen and said, "Too bad"?
Oh, what game was that?
Oh, I know it. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Super Putty, that's right. Because it's a game that, like, with a name like Super Putty, how are you supposed to, like, think there's an evil cat? I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't immediately make sense.
Too bad.
I'm very curious to see if Unphantasmas makes it to the boss with Kit here. That'll be very interesting to see.
Oh, yeah.
Quite possibly could make a lot of progress and might even take the lead. Who knows? And yeah, TaleSpin struggling with the second boss, which is also rather tough for Baloo. The bosses in general are tougher for Baloo, I'd say.
Yeah. So here's sort of what I'm thinking about this game. If I played this when I was a kid, I think I would have liked it. I would have had a blast. It definitely has flaws. It definitely has some big flaws. But at the same time, it's not unenjoyable because of that, except for Liz Star, who apparently hopped in here and hates this game.
Yeah, I saw Liz Star hissing at the game.
Liz!
History there, I don't know.
Do goblins hiss? I guess this goblin hisses. That's all we really... Yeah.
And also, another, like, the way I found the game, it does have multiplayer co-op, so that's a pretty cool thing. Like, not turn-based or anything like that, you just play two together.
The screen doesn't seem very big for two people to play on it, though. Like, I feel like it's a good idea that would have done better if everything was a little bit smaller. My opinion. I haven't even tried it. I'd be willing to give it a try sometime, though.
It is true, like, there's all these springs as well. You fly all up in the air and whatnot, so you easily lose each other.
Yeah, what happens if you fly up into the air and the other person doesn't? Do they die?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I think they start losing health, but I'm not entirely sure. It's been so long since I actually played this with someone.
Oh, maybe it's like... Oh, you remember that one movie where, like, people were in prison and they had to wear these necklaces, and if they got too far away from each other, then boom, their head would explode. Maybe that's what happened to Baloo and Kit here. They're wearing those boomy head necklaces.
That's very dark, but, you know, who knows?
Well,
there's some subtext here. We can probably, like...
I mean, this isn't a Nintendo game, so, you know, sometimes you gotta get dark here. The Running Man? It might have been the Running Man. No, not Running Man.
You know, TaleSpin is making great time here, really great time. I think he's heading into the third level again with 8 minutes left, 7.5. Oh, I forgot. Maybe 7 minutes then, since we forgot to start the timer a little bit.
Maybe it was... I don't know. It could have been Running Man. But yeah, you don't want your head to explode, so Baloo, Kit, if you're playing together, do not lose sight of each other. Boom!
Oh, gosh.
That would be a very different cartoon. Yeah. Probably would be considered anime at that point.
Well, you know, there are some anime starring Baloo.
What?
Yeah, I think there's a Jungle Book anime. Let me check real quick, actually.
I'm very interested now. Jungle Book anime.
Japanese anime, 1989. Jungle Book Shonen Mowgli.
He's naked. Oh. Mowgli, put some clothes on.
Baloo is more faithfully depicted as a strict teacher of Mowgli, not above getting physical in his displeasure when the boy is being difficult.
Okay, there. He's got a loincloth. Oh, I like the panther. Okay, very cute. There's a hyena? Definitely. There's a red panda? Okay, I need to send this to Justin. He likes red pandas.
I would really like to see Phantasmas make it to the boss, though. That would be interesting.
Okay, there we go. Sent to Justin, just so he can have that.
And TaleSpin is blazing through. He's got 8 cargo, heading to the boss again. Very nice, very speedy.
Oh my gosh, we're almost to the end here. This has been a really fun match. I've definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm very happy as well, having this being my first match and all.
Yeah, it's been great to have you here.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I just saw the next game and I'm very upset.
I haven't checked actually.
Well, don't. You'll be upset too.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the surprise. Okay, we've got TaleSpin back at the boss here. 4.5 minutes left, just about.
Yeah, something like that. Like, pretty much, maybe a little bit less than that because I started the timer late. But yeah, 4 to 5 minutes, something like that. You know, what it looks like at this point is that we might have to do a tiebreaker between TaleSpin and Mazer, depending on how Troll is able to do on the boss during these attempts. Phantasmamus will be taking third. Neptune Daydream will be taking fourth. It's really between first and second. Yeah, at this point. Still, been a really fun match.
Yeah, it's and it's I will say this, it's been interesting for me as well, like planning this out, being my first Kuso game, not knowing how good they'll do. Like, that's something I had to figure out, like how far do I think this will go, how far will they go. And I'll be honest, this is as far as I thought they would get. I do not anticipate anyone beating the boss, but I might be proven wrong. We'll see soon enough. Got some minutes left.
That's... Whenever I think of how far somebody will get, it's almost always wrong. They'll get so much... I usually have to think, okay, this is how far I would get, but the players are usually better than me. But yeah, that's always...
Exactly.
Well, like 90% of the cases that happens. So Cadus is here asking about the mine boss. Nobody has beaten the mine boss.
Yes, no one has beaten it. Both TaleSpin and Mazer has been very close though. So close, in fact, that it's hard to really pick out who's actually in the lead right now. I think it's TaleSpin, but I'm not entirely sure.
Same. Like, technically, Phantasmus could possibly get to the boss and possibly deal more damage than the others. I don't think it's going to happen, but, like, in theory, it's possible.
Oh, here's Mazer back at the boss again as well. Just needs to pick up one more cargo over here.
To the left, Baloo! Ooh.
Oh no.
Baloo tried to jump. Chubby bear.
No.
Oh no, the cargo! Yeah, that is unfortunately gonna pretty much guarantee Masri is not gonna get back to the boss. So the big question is, who dealt the most damage to the boss here? 1 minute left, by the way. 1 minute. I know because the helper bot just told me.
1 minute left.
Yeah, so my timer is about 20 seconds off.
We'll almost certainly have to check progress, I guess.
I think that will probably have to happen, yes. Still, every player has made fairly consistent progress. You know, maybe different amounts of progress for each player, but it's been fantastic to see them push and figure out how to get through some of the more difficult sections of the game as they went.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. to have such a close match. This first game.
And
there we go.
There we go. Per the bot, it is time. Here we go. Here's Green Dog music. I didn't exactly mean to play Green Dog music, but hey, that is life, everybody. I stopped the timer early? Well, I accidentally started the timer late. So yes, I stopped the timer early. Cadus, were you not here when I messed up? Oh, wait. I messed up a lot today. Welcome to my life and welcome to the game. So right now, I'm unsure who took first between Mazre and Troll Ascetic. Third was Un Fantasmamus and fourth Neptune Daydream. Shercon won the contract. Uh-oh. I like that graphic. That pretty much represents my feeling when he wins the contract too. Woo!
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so how do you feel they did? About what you were expecting, right?
Oh, yeah, about what I expected, but I'm very impressed. Like, especially, I thought the ones who picked Baloo would like crash and burn at the last boss there, the third boss.
Oh yeah.
But they got really close on quite a short time limit, I'd say. So I'm really impressed, and also
Yeah,
very
same.
happy that I was sort of correct in my prediction, as in how far they'd make it.
Yeah, they definitely fit what you were expecting there. I've never seen this version of the game. Honestly, it looks like one of the it's definitely better than, oh my gosh. It's better than the TurboGrafx version for sure. More playable, I think. It does have some issues, but I really like the TurboGrafx version. The underwater section is a blast. I don't know. It's interesting. Hello, Mazre.
What is the correct saying? Maester? Mazre?
I'm sure I've been corrected before. Sorry, I can't hear you.
We can hear you, but that doesn't help if you can't hear us.
Let me go ahead and... Oh, come on. There we go. Troll Ascetic should be here. Hello!
Hi.
Hello there. Hi, both of you.
Yeah, welcome, and congratulations to both of you. I don't know exactly who did more damage to the stupid mine boss, but you both did a pretty good amount there.
That was pretty ridiculous. I was trying to use the mine damage to damage boost through the boss on the turn, so you could get across from him. Tried bouncing him on the wall. Tried running under him, but his jump was inconsistent, and he still got hit anyways. That was just there seemed to be very pretty much cross your fingers and hope you can damage race him basically.
There's a little spot I found if you're just off center of that middle mine, and I think it's got to be almost pixel perfect. At least with Blue it is, where you don't get hit by the shot, but it is. I've got it a couple times, but I couldn't do it consistently at all.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and I'm really I applaud you both, because you made it really far into that boss, especially as Baloo. That boss is very much harder with Baloo, as you can imagine, with the hitboxes and whatnot.
Yeah, we did have a player beat the plane stage as Kit, our dear Fantasmamus, our ghost, who was playing through there, and I was actually really amazed with how they did on that. It was fun. Yeah, it looks like you two struggled with that plane section with Kit, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Mazre.
It felt with pretty much being unable to control where the plane was going, it felt a lot like you're, just kind of at the mercy of, can you get in a decent position behind the plane, and can you got to protect the plane, and Kit takes damage too, and you can't grab any of the power-ups for the most part because you're never going to be near them.
But you can control the plane a little bit, but it's something weird. Like the instruction manual says, you hold the button to level off, but it doesn't seem like that works. It seems like you just go up or down. And
I think I missed that.
It doesn't control real well, and the plane's still like half speed. Baloo can just grab the plane and fly all over.
Yeah. So. It was night and day.
And it also seems like Baloo only takes damage, like it's a 50-50 chance you even take damage from it. I kind of noticed, like especially on the last boss.
It was very strange.
Yeah, like I'm not taking damage, or I'm taking like 3 points of damage at once.
I think he's just like, he might be a little bit tankier, because I know what you're saying, and I think you're right. Like, he just takes a little less damage than Kid. But that boss in particular is much easier with Kid, because you can actually jump over him without getting hit.
That would make a big difference.
Oh, yeah. For sure, yeah. Still, it was a lot of fun to watch this. What are your overall thoughts about the game as a whole? Because my thought was, I would have enjoyed this as a kid, maybe would enjoy it even now. What about you, Troll Aesthetic? I want to hear from the Troll first.
It's it's not the worst. I mean, the big complaint I would have about it is that it's just everything's inconsistent. I'm taking damage or I'm not. Who knows? I'm drowning or I'm not. Everything just kind of does what it wants to do. I ducked at one point and it just moved my hitbox into water, which, by the way, water's extremely deadly. That's kind of weird in the game. So.
Yeah, bears and water just don't mix, okay? It's like the opposite of Gremlins. Instead of like absolutely becoming super powerful and multiplying and blah 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 blah, now they just die. Yeah, that was a little bit weird as well. Mazare, what about you?
So yeah, I would tend to agree. I think as a kid, this would have been way too difficult for me, at least in terms of the bosses. I mean, that was I think reading through the manual, that kind of surprised me the most. Was I had a bad feeling that the plane section might be rough when looking at the various different controls they outlined for it. But yeah, on bosses, I think it mentions like you go to the customs department and defeat the enemy. It doesn't say anything else about it.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like it's going to be too bad. I just love that, like, at least in one of the customs places, they had an earthquake, there was a hole in the floor, you fall in insta-death.
Random pit.
So good.
Yeah,
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thank you both for playing. Congratulations for one of you. For the other one, also congrats, I guess. Second place is pretty good for first match in the tournament. And honestly, it lines both of you up to do it pretty well and possibly, make it to the last round of the group stage, possibly into the bracket as well. So great job today.
Yeah, amazing showing, guys. Very, very nice.
All right, I'll see you all later. We gotta move on. Take care.
Bye. See you all.
But yeah. Just so everybody knows, by the way, we will update the winner of today's match later on when we have gone back and reviewed the VODs. We'll put that on our spreadsheet along with what? The schedule. Yeah, we do have a schedule available for people. We don't have anything scheduled past today, I believe, but honestly, we'll probably get more for this upcoming weekend as well. After this small break, we will move on to our second match and see who is able to get through. Should I spoil the platform? I'll spoil the time period. No, I'm not going to spoil anything. Be back in 1 minute.